Hey everybody, welcome back to day 16 of our non-alcoholic beer and gin review series. This is my dry January, where I've decided to go without drinking any alcohol for the entire month of January. Instead, what I'm doing is reviewing a non-alcoholic beer or gin each day. So today's going to be another quick one. So we are doing the Sober Carpenter Organic Session IPA. So this is an interesting one because it's a session IPA. Normally when I think of a session IPA, yes, it has a little bit less really dominant hoppy flavors that you would find in a normal IPA. But often what I associate it with is like a lot of IPAs tend to be a little higher on alcohol than a regular beer. And so a session IPA, besides being a little bit milder in the hops, generally also tends to be less in alcohol. Session, I'm gonna sit there and drink for a while. Obviously, that's not an issue with this because it's the same as the rest of them. What is this? Is it a 0.5 or is it a 0? It is less, contains less than 0.5% alcohol. So in this one, we've got calories. We've got 80 calories. Ingredients listed: water, organic malted barley, hops, and yeast. This is the first organic one that we've tried as well. Not that I think that makes a difference on flavor. It's more of a philosophy. 30 IBU. It does list the malts, which is pale, crystal, and Cara. And hops, it lists Galaxy, which is not one I think that we've encountered yet in this test. It does say Galaxy hops are known for their exceptionally bright and tropical flavors, intense aromatic profile with a moderately bitter finish. Okay, let's see if that's true. Okay, so we've got good size white, nice bright white head, medium sized bubbles. It is dissipating fairly quick, like a number of them. A little bit better holding power in the center, but you can see we're coming down pretty quick. Okay, color wise, pretty pale, light straw color. A little bit of haziness, a little bit of sediment in the glass. When I turn it back and forth, I can see some solids kind of staying with there. I just realized at the end of the video, I never did the nose, so we're gonna insert this back in the beginning. Big time hit of like butterscotch. Yep, and that's about it. I'm not getting any fruit or anything like that on the nose, just that really pronounced butterscotch, butter, toffee, which is interesting for such a light colored beer. I wouldn't expect that. Oh, there was a little tiny hit of tropical fruit. It's really faint. Probably more so because the butterscotch is so pronounced. Yeah, good nose. It doesn't change my score, which you'll see at the end after this. It's the weird panda-verse. Everything's backwards and inside out. Let's go in for that taste. Cheers. Nice and bright, clean. Has quite a nice bit of buttery toffee sort of maltiness right in the mid palate. That was quite a pleasant little hit of that. Yeah, really, and even in just in that last bit of in the first bit of the finish, you get that malty sort of hit, which is interesting because it's very light colored, It's not like a nutty, roasty malt. It's like butter and toffee. A little bit of hops, a little bit of resiny pine, not a lot. Pretty clean finish, light to medium bitterness, very refreshing. Yeah, it definitely tastes like a beer. And sometimes I find that with some of the non-alcoholic beers, even though they're very pleasant, they don't necessarily remind me of a beer. This definitely reminds me of a session IPA with perhaps just a little bit less hoppiness than what I'm used to in some of them. A little less bitterness. I wouldn't agree with what they're saying about the tropical flavors. There's a tiny bit of fruitiness there, but it's certainly not pronounced. Really what I get is just that buttery toffee sort of. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of tropical, like right at the very front. Oh, tiny bit in the finish. Kind of after that buttery toffee, there's a little hint of tropical fruit. Overall, very pleased with that. Nice, crisp, easy drinking beer. Definitely, again, more of a summer beer in my opinion, but I tend to like dark beers in the winter. What am I going to give that for a rating? That's certainly right up there with the best ones we've had so far in this tasting. I'm going to give that an 8.7, and I think that's a pretty reasonable score. I think that's our second highest so far in the test. I'm trying to leave room for anything that really knocks my socks off. Yeah, but anyways, thanks for tuning in for day 16. Join us tomorrow for day 17.